Technical people like to call it when you pivot from one initiative to another. A classic example of that is really currently a friend of mine, Edmond, when he started GoShop. GoShop was quite making money, but then the cash flow was not as expected, as it was expected in their business model. So then he's doing Track Your Bill, and imagine it's really a company. He's now got a branch in Nigeria and Kenya. Having just stuck himself to GoShop because this is my idea. So sometimes you have to be flexible. I tell people, Mr. Akibu, we talked about not too sticking to business plans. I would normally advise people you have to know your business puzzle. You don't have to always follow the plans. Entrepreneurship means disruption, breaking the rules. If you understand the puzzle of what you want to do, then you know it's about fixing and removing and joining until you're able to get the exact picture. We also talked about knowledge. Knowledge is very important. I fondly told somebody, Mr. Freda, entrepreneurship is likely becoming the next civil society in Sierra Leone. And I want to tell you that a lot of young Sierra Leoneans are likely to miss their path because of entrepreneurship. It's so crazy. Everybody wants to get up in the morning, I'm an entrepreneur. No. Passion doesn't make anyone successful. It takes knowledge. Passion is elementary. I like when you learn ABC. ABC doesn't mean education. But then there's no level of education that is not ABC. Every subject, everything is just ABC. But then imagine just because you know ABC in nursery 1 means you're educated. No. But that ABC can be translated into so many subjects. So we, us the young entrepreneurs, our quest for knowledge should be more. That people have done things before. Let's research. Research is very important.
And you have to believe in what you are about to do. Because if not, if you don't have confidence in yourself and in your business, then who will have confidence in it? So be always confident of what you want to do. And always learn to network. Social capital is a very, very critical component in establishing the business. But people don't know how to tap into it. So some people just don't want to mingle, they just don't go into business. If you want to go into business, tap social capital, networking, meet people. And what sectors I would advise you in CLO if you want to start business, you can go into. Do something in the sector people are making use of every day. So, health. Of course, I'll start with health because that's my field. When we started working on establishing the health insurance scheme for CLA, then I saw the potentials in the health sector. Even when people, the tech people, technologically related, so many things, you can make millions because these are the areas, the World Bank, the DFID, you name them, they want to pour their money because they want to ensure that at the end of the day, what you're doing will reduce mortality rate in CLU. Another aspect is agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone to our economy. So how are you going to tap into agriculture? Look at that sector. Now what is happening is, just like what Alfred said earlier, I can have the idea, but not a technologically minded person. So now I've started seeing few people around, just tap into one. You sit with him, this is the idea, this is the way we want to move. How do you think we can move forward with it? So, technology is key. And another aspect, look at where the world is moving. The world is moving towards having a clean environment. How can you tap into those areas? So we have so many sectors you can tap into. But at the end of the day, note this, an employee will never be richer than the employer. Thank you very much.
Views we hold of being an entrepreneur. Just so you know, last year, I think a year now, I published a book called A to Z of Entrepreneurship. And this is my mindset about entrepreneurship. Like, entrepreneurship is a mindset. It's a basic mindset, and that mindset is a problem-solving mindset. When you use your skill, your knowledge to provide a solution to a human need and want, you are an entrepreneur. You can do that by working for someone, You can do that by starting your own business. How do we change the narrative? What is a bit suffocating to me is that when we're trying to put entrepreneurship like the school like an education, go to school, pass exam, get a degree, and get a job. To entrepreneurs, we don't have too many criteria for entrepreneurs. These are destructive people. You disrupt. You break the rules. That's what entrepreneurship is about. Nobody's, no, come on. We're not limiting people that this is the way to do it, this is not the way to do it. That's why I would always encourage entrepreneurs that you have to understand your business puzzle. You have to understand your vision. What do you see? What do you want? The systems on ground necessarily might not be supporting your idea, but that is the reason for you to be an entrepreneur. Well, we don't need the systems. We don't need everything to be fixed. We exist in an ecosystem with so many problems. What happens? Until we are able to prove that we have solutions that are user-friendly, provide experiences that people can use, then we begin to talk about how we're going to change the narrative. So, for every entrepreneur, I'll tell you that when you come to these programs, it's good to listen to the details and what the book says. But then the change is not being done in the book. The book is meant to get the knowledge, and how you apply that knowledge, it's left with your desire and your vision you have. What our speakers here have made brilliant contributions, so we just want to come back to them for 1 minute closing statement, please.
So I just want to close up with, I think one of the things we didn't do, I don't think we defined what entrepreneur is in the beginning, did we? We've been talking about entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship in exclusively economic terms. But this is what you got to understand. Some of the biggest entrepreneurs, like, you wouldn't believe, Nelson Mandela was an entrepreneur. And he wasn't an economic, he was a social entrepreneur. Hillary Clinton she is. Gandhi, Julius Nyerere, these are all, even Obama is an entrepreneur in the political sense. So it doesn't have to be within that economic line. Like you said, entrepreneurship is about you having a social impact, and you identifying social issues and problems in your society and finding solutions to those things. That is what an entrepreneur is. So fair enough, we'll be talking about it exclusively within economic terms, but I want you also to think about that in a different way. Like all these individuals I just named, they are also entrepreneurs. So you can have impact in your society through those channels as well. And I know I have 1 minute, but I just want to clarify something with the gentleman there, and I'll have the discussion with him. What I was leading to about it's been a difficult process. We also have to, when we talk about things, we have to be realistic and bring it back to Sierra Leone and talk about the ecosystem of Sierra Leone. In order for you to register your business, there's certain things you need to have. You need to have a business plan. You need to have a board member. You need a board of trustees. You have to have these things. I've been entrepreneurs older, and I'm telling you, 90% of them, they don't even know how to write a business plan. So you talk about developing capacity. This is what I was meaning is the difficult thing. You need, and also they need to develop those capacities to be able to provide those documentation, but also then able to raise finance to be able to pay for them to register the business, which most of them don't have. So within the ecosystem of Sierra Leone, it is a complex and difficult thing. It's not like when you're in the overseas or in the UK or America, where they teach you these things in school and you come out of university and you already know how to do it. Or you can go online and type it up and print out templates and know how to do it. Some people don't even know how to operate computers. They don't know how to do research online. So it is still a complicated and challenging process for us. This is why I wasn't able to when I said that. I just wanted to be clear about that. Thank you.
You have to register your business. Everybody will say that. I know my sleeper guy will say that, or you have to go to the bank for a loan. But I think we need to also discuss different ways that even the banks can actually think of innovative ways of helping businesses grow. Because at the end of the day, most times people only want you to put the money in their account. Because, for example, if you have a good job, the bank will always want you to put the money in the account because they know that that flow of money will be there. But what about entrepreneurs? How do banks, when they know that there's a problem, first of all, with people not being able to, let's say, because of educational system has some issues which obviously will improve over time, have issues with writing a business loan. How do banks want to encourage small businesses to do things different? It's not always, I think the problem we have in Sierra Leone is that all these sectors, let's say the banking sector or different sectors, they always want to do things the way we've actually thought about them for a very long time. But what we're seeing now all around the world business models change and banks obviously change in other countries.
I would like to tell you that in the first place we have what we call an MBA in entrepreneurship, which brings people from all parts of the country. So in the school environment, for students to be even seen like ministers attending here to do entrepreneurial skills or courses, it inspires them. So that is one thing. And the other thing is that we have a culture of what we call the culture of a public lecture here. You know, we bring people from all walks of life to be public, and it's a ritual, it's a culture. Since we started this university, because I studied here as a student, and I happen to be like the first doctoral student that has graduated out of the University of McKinney. Though I did my postgraduate studies abroad. But we started that particular culture here. And because we started that particular culture, each speaker that comes to this university will have something to impact on the students. And then also, the other thing is, well, the university is small. And because it is small, we have time. We know each and every student that we have. We have time to mentor them. We talk to them, we coach them. For me personally, as a lecturer, I have students that call me up even at midnight for ideas. So we do this, we have time for that. I lecture at Type 2, but I tell you, I don't know a third of my class. I don't know them because the class is huge, and then that is one problem. And 2 weeks ago, we had a staff meeting. I was telling them, please do not bite more than you can chew. The less students you have, the more you pay attention to them, the more you know their needs. So that is what we do here. And I want to let you know that in relation to the topic that you people chose for this particular conference or workshop, bridging the divide in access to finance, it's a big problem that we have. All the speakers have spoken a lot about it today. I want to look at specifically in the area of the gender aspect of it, which, even though my learned colleague there spoke a little bit about it, but did not go deeper into it. I don't have time for that, but as time goes on, if you have sessions or seminars that you think I can participate on, just call on me at any time. I'll be able to be guiding you on that aspect. For the gender aspect of the divide in financial services, we all know the stereotype way we think in this particular part of the world, and we know that some men, when they marry women, they will not want their women to participate into cooperative activities. Only a few years ago, we started these initiatives in this country, and we have seen that the dynamics are changing. And if we continue that way, it will change for the better.
I'm coming from a public health background, and currently here in McKinney working with Focus 1000. So over the past 3 years, for a year now, in Freetown I was in Freetown 2 years, and over the past 3 years I have had opportunities to meet students who are from universities. In Freetown, a lot of them were in the final year doing the internship that they're supposed to do. It was something that they're supposed to do. They come looking for opportunities, sometimes without CVs that are not properly built, sometimes without any experience or anything. And they're doing this just because they want to finish this requirement and not really because they want to learn. And in the last few months, 2 months ago, we were approached here in the office by a student from Unimark. She was second year in the public health school. This is not a required internship. She just wanted to learn. And I was so impressed by her. She came in, of course she didn't have a CV. I was like, well, something like this, the first thing you need to do is come with a CV. So go back, get your CV, and let's talk. The next time she came with 2 other girls. But this one girl, she was so dedicated. She really wanted this opportunity. And right now she's with us. She's been attached to us and we're working together. And she has such a spirit to learn. And this is something, doing my undergrad and master's out of Sierra Leone, I had this opportunity to have coursework that it was not required internship, but along the way your professors set you up with organizations to work with these organizations and you were graded. This is not internship. Maybe you work 3-4 hours a week or with these organizations, and at the end of the day, they grade you and your supervisor grades you as well. So by the time you reach that stage to do your practicum or the internship, you are coming with a lot of experience, and whatever organization you decide to do your practicum with, they will want you to stay. That's one. Because the job market for a lot, or like just ideas, you're talking about entrepreneurship until you know the sector, what the demands, you work with people, there's this mentorship, you're lacking these things. So I'm very impressed with the University of McKinney so far, just from this one person that's working with us. So I want to know what opportunities the university is making for students. One, if you've not started thinking about it, start thinking about it. To attach students to organizations of their area of focus. And two, basic things like how you show up for like a job, interview, like how your CV is. And I know future business may be doing some of these things, I'm not sure, but these are some of the market skills. You want to be an entrepreneur, you have to know how to network, you have to know how to meet people, how to present yourself, how to pitch your ideas. In these areas. So I want to know if there are platforms you're thinking about developing in your university as well.
So in terms of our packaging for entrepreneurship that we are about to support, one has to do with capacity building, value addition, public-private dialogue, certification scheme. Like my man, Mr. Kibobet, made mention of international trade, which we normally refer to as public advocacy. If you want to do it cross-boundary trade, we do all of the things that are made mention of, all characterized into this package that we have for entrepreneurship, right? We are encouraging all entrepreneurs for you to learn more, to pay visit to our office, 7 ID quarter, off Tech Road, right? Our office open from Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock to 5:30. You meet me there. We'll talk more in terms of entrepreneurship, because I don't think this is the right platform. But the time is so limited for us to have the required, requisite right skill or understanding in terms of establishing the entrepreneurship.
I'm one of the founders, the co-founders of Freetown Business School. I think it was a very, very good initiative, and actually to have young people that just left college and doing it, I think it's very, very good. So what we actually had was entrepreneurs, mainly from Born to the Business, bringing people together, mainly university students and also people that just left college, to come and talk about access to finance. But the good thing about the event was that we didn't only talk about access to finance, we also spoke about advice for entrepreneurs, which was very, very good. So different things came up, and you could see that people were really happy that I actually have this information, and I believe they can use this information to help their businesses. It's a topic. One thing I'll tell you is that for any country to grow, you need people that actually think to actually make the difference in business. Buying and selling anything, just go buy from a shop and sell it and make a little profit. I don't actually call it an entrepreneur. I think being an entrepreneur is somebody that actually will disrupt what is happening and actually try to make a change, see a problem and try to solve that problem. Also making money, because at the end of the day, being an entrepreneur is all about making money in business. So this event, the reason why it's good for everybody, even me, that have actually been in this space a little while since I left college, was I actually would bring some things you'll actually learn from it. And a lot of people that actually starting their businesses now, these opportunities that were not there maybe when I finished college. So even if you're a lawyer, you actually need it, because obviously one day you're going to run a law firm. So it means that everybody will learn from it and everybody will actually take something from it to actually improve their businesses. My advice with Born to the Business, first of all, is to continue the great work they're doing, because I think even seeing them on social media, the new things they're trying to do to actually promote Sierra Leone businesses for young people, I think it's very, very good. They're doing this kind of events, making people learn from it. Everybody, even the lecturers that actually came and learned from it, I think it's very, very good. So Born to the Business would continue to strive, continue to come up with new innovative ideas, continue to promote Sierra Leone businesses, because made in Sierra Leone is what will also help. The more we have people spending money on Sierra Leone goods and services, it means that the money remains in Sierra Leone, the economy can actually grow, and actually a balance of payments accounts can actually be better off, because it means that people can start producing things, and once people can produce things, it means that people will be less dependent on foreign exchange to actually bring things in. So I think Born to Do Business is a very great initiative, and I think more and more young people should do things like this, and everybody else should actually support it. So University of Makeni is actually doing a great job in actually promoting entrepreneurship by introducing it in the courses, whether you're doing business or you're doing sciences or you're doing law or something like that. So these are things that all of us should take as much as possible to support.
Dr. Joseph Kumara. I'm working for the National Social Security and Insurance Trust, but currently I'm the coordinator of the health insurance scheme. I think it's one of the innovative programs I've participated in, and I'm really impressed with the zeal from the organizers, and it's about taking Sierra Leone to another landscape, because basically private sector growth is the best, and from what we saw during the session, I'm convinced that trainings or discussions like these, when we take them across the board, across the country, we'll be able to get young people who have very good ideas, and you'll see them coming up. And by that, and when you have so many entrepreneurs, SMEs, because as I said earlier, that's the base of economic development. It will change the socio-economic dynamics in Sierra Leone. I think, as I was just speaking to the head of Born to Do Business, they need to go beyond this point. It's not only about having it here in Makeni, it has to be a sustained program, and they should be seen using the other media, the TV, and from there we'll be able to ensure, they spread the message right across the board. And I think, and I'm convinced, it's not only about training people, but it should also serve as a bridge between young entrepreneurs and other financial institutions.